Good evening. How the devil are we? We are back. We're back with some more honey. Sorry I'm slightly late. I've literally just finished eating. I was rushing around like a blue-ass fly as per usual. But yeah, we are back. We're back with the honey colony. Excuse me. We're on our accept every occupational upgrade base. In the end of the last stream, we had just managed to get our oxygen production up and running. It's sort of working at the minute, but we need to get a more sustainable power source because we are depleting our batteries. So that's one of the first things I want to do today. I want to start cracking on building a couple of different plants up here. And I've got a couple of ideas in mind of how I want to do this. So, as you can see, stress is still very much a problem. We've still been living off mostly cooked mushrooms, I think. But an awful lot of meal lice as well, which is obviously a problem. I don't want there to be loads of meal lice kicking around the base. We're sat on 524,000 calories at the minute. So I think what needs to happen is these need to drop down to like a priority 5 or something for now. And we'll just get our food situation a little bit under control. And because they're meal lice, if we just leave them there, worst case scenario is they'll drop on the floor and we might get a bit of rot or something, but that's about it. Oxygen-wise, looking around the base, we're blue. We are blue. It is happening. We are pumping in hot air though, which is the only problem at the minute. We do have a few weezeworts scattered around the base, but it's not going to be enough ultimately. So I need to keep an eye on this and make sure this is working. So what we'll do, we'll let it run for a cycle or so whilst I plan out some things up here. See what jobs the dupes are currently getting stuck into. I can't remember what other commands I've got kicking around the map. But yeah, we're literally about to run out of algae. We were living off scraps of algae, just trying to get this electrolyzer build up and running. Which has obviously not been nice, not been ideal. But yeah, you can see we're not really generating enough power at the minute. So this thing over here will be powering up and powering down, I would imagine. This has gotten very cold. -30. I think I needed to be a bit cleverer with the logic in here. It's this one, isn't it? Active if above. So -25. Just return this off. This will turn off when this last packet or two gets consumed. Let's see, temperature-wise, this has dropped a little bit. We're down to 30 degrees-ish. Oxygen at 30.6, that's not too bad. This is currently off though, so we're not actually dealing with an added influx of gas. So yeah, it needs some tweaking this, but the main thing is we got an influx of air when we needed it. So what else is going on? I want to build another mushroom room today. We have still got 44 tons of slime. We've got loads of areas to dig out as well. So that's something we'll do. Okay. So my supply dudes are currently not doing too much work. Which is fine. Okay. Let's just do a little low priority sweep in here. So I shouldn't ever have any people either really, apart from maybe farmers and stuff. So we'll let them crack on with this. Once all this is swept up, I'll put a couple of tiles in here. I did put a vent in, or a couple of vents, so that we can pump some hydrogen in here later as well. Because we should be amassing some hydrogen in this room here. Jesus. It's a garbled mess of pipes. Now it looks at the minute, we're not actually consuming, or we're over-pressurised the base basically, so we're now, these vents are all over-pressurised. We can put more in when we square the base off. I've got a little line up here that I want to put another one in and things like that. But for now we're over-pressurising the base, which means that this is not using very much power. It's only topping up the oxygen that we need. But honestly, I don't want that. I want to be able to get rid of some of the excess oxygen and put it to different chambers and things like that. Quirts, good evening, how are you? Yeah, I'm going to want the oxygen going to, for example, a separate pipeline for exosuits, or a separate pipeline for oxygenating, you know, a part of the asteroid, or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we're going to look at as well today. Quite a few plans for this base. As you can see, now that our pressure of oxygen in the room has fell, our temperature's falling quicker. So we're now at 26 degrees. It was 30 a second ago. So as this gets a bit lower and we get to the point where it's pumping in and pumping out, it should be a bit more stable. But I would have liked this to be a much higher pressure, ideally. So, I'm alright, thanks, Squirts. I've literally just rammed some food down my throat, but other than that, I'm pretty good, thank you. I may be burping shortly. For that, I apologise. However, it's entirely beyond my control. I had a very late night last night. I ended up playing some Oni. I ended up playing my single player Oni because I'm starting to really get back into it at the minute. And stayed up far too late. Far too late. Which is why we need coffee. So yeah, these batteries need to be set up with some automation as well. And I've got an idea for the automation I want to run with, which is basically, I think I mentioned on the last stream, I want to have like a hydrogen plant here, hydrogen gens basically, coal gens, and then natural gas gens in the middle maybe. I don't know if this map is one where, I think we've only found the one natural gas geyser, so I don't know if we've got 2 natural gas geysers or just the one. I don't know if we've unearthed another geyser yet. We may well have just 1 natural gas and 1 chlorine geyser, in which case my natural gas plant won't need to be as big. But until I find it, I don't really know. That's okay. Why can't they? Oh, that's why they can't get down here. It's like, why can't they dig this out? This is so strange. I'll tell you what else I'm going to do. Let's see. Let's just knock this out for a minute. I'm going to drop all this liquid down because I'm going to want to dig this out in a minute. No Broski bot on Discord. What the shit. Thanks, Max. How's it going, mate? It's weird because he's there. I'm wondering if Nalaj has changed some settings so he can't post anymore. I've been having a problem, guys, with my Discord bot not posting messages. Broski bot. Sure why that's happening. I'll just do a little. Everyone, live now. Come say hello. Mwah. There we go. Not sure what that's all about. Making food so AFK enough. No worries. What you having, Max? Anything delicious? Right. So I think what I'll do, I'll just put a pump in here. We'll drop down. See, I'm going to want to dig all this out ultimately, but for now, maybe we'll do it in here actually, so I can square the base off. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's drop a ladder down here. Boop. And then we're going to get some mesh tiles, like so. Don't know why I'm doing so many mesh tiles, but do something like this. Excuse me. Hey, can you show your power setup, please? Avon, we don't have one yet. I'm about to build one, mate. At the moment, we're just living off some coal gens down here with a simple little smart battery. But I'm going to build power in a second, man. That is the plan. How are you, buddy? You alright? You deleted the admin bot role. No, I didn't. Did I? You deleted the admin bot role. I deleted something that you'd named Delete Me. You named it Delete Me, so I deleted it. I thought you'd cocked up with your rankings or something again and you couldn't delete it. Haven't changed anything that would affect your bot. I'll Google it in a bit, mate. I'll figure it out in a bit. I'm just wondering whether it needs some permission on or something, I don't know. I shouldn't be doing anything priority 9 anymore. We'll go back to like 7s and stuff. And we'll try and get our priority a little bit more in check. So that I can still get stuff done when I want it. Leftover pasta and a pizza. Nice. Full Italian tonight, I like it. Yeah, good. Hooked up 6 nat gas gens on one guy, so fresh still 5 kilos. Nice. Just make sure, as I say, Avon, you don't bank on that lasting forever. That's all I'm worried about. I have said this to you already. Because as soon as you get at full whack power usage, you're going to piss away that natural gas very, very quickly. Because I've been doing a bit of tinkering myself, and like as I say, I've been relying on natural gas as the primary power. No, how's it working? Natural gas is the primary power until it gets below a certain pressure, and then coal and hydrogen kicks on to boost my power up. And that way I'm sort of preserving some of my natural gas and not depleting it entirely. But in this setup, I think we're going to do something slightly different. Well, maybe. I mean, I think smart battery connected directly to power gen, generally a pretty solid way of doing things, and it's why I've got 2 batteries here. I'm going to have one circuit for automation for my coal and my hydrogen, and then I'm going to have another automation circuit for, oh, I say circuit, a wire for natural gas. That's the plan. Any there, what knowledge? Sorry buddy, I didn't process that. All permanently working machines, oxygen generation working with Maker's plan. So are you producing enough natural gas to run those, how many did you say you had? 6 natural gas gens permanently. That's my question. XP, good evening buddy, how are you mate? How's it going? Right, so we're going to drop liquid into there. It's not the best there, I might need to reinforce it in a couple of places. But I want to get this dug out. Are there any commands for the bot? I don't think so. I think it's all just done through the AnkBot client. I'll have a look in a bit, mate. Don't worry about it for now. I would like it posted to Discord, but it's not exactly a big drama, is it? We can figure it out. Again, I'm doing things priority 9. I've only just started streaming. Jesus. Down, boy. Calm down. Can't get into there at the minute, but that's fine. I'm going to dig all this out, and then I'm going to drop this liquid down, and it'll be glorious. I want the Abyss Light anyway. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, XP. Right. I don't know how we've all of a sudden got so much food. I know it's meal lice, but got 4 lice loaves and 10 fried mushrooms. Got our 2 chefs working flat out. Is it still cold down there? Yeah. And we're even starting to push our carbon dioxide down now as well. Which reminds me, I've got I need to set up my filters here so I can start getting like chlorine and different things collected. Let's just turn this on a little bit. Let's do this as above 0. We'll get some of this pumped out until it can't actually pump anymore. Let's just check our oxygen cell. Okay, so this is basically depleted now. We're down to 11 degrees, so we need to turn this on a bit more. This one. Get some oxygen coming through. This room is at minus 19. So why haven't you ticked on? Oh, you have ticked on, but there's no gas coming through. Right, that's fine. So we'll turn you on for a second. Oh no, that won't help us. There we go, there's the gas coming. So now that can be cool. Right. I need to put this pipe. I think I need to put this pipe into there and have this pipe constantly full in case this does need some cooling whilst this isn't running. I mean, the dream is ultimately this should be permanently running, but I need to get power going for that. So we're now at like 20 degrees, but it is gonna increase, obviously. This pump is very toasty. I have 2 plants. One is 5 gens with ferment makers for oxygen and various plants. Second is 6 gens on a geyser for anything else I may need. Right, okay. I know it's the same thing here, but I'm just trying to make sure that you're aware that it will not run if you have to go flat out for, like, say you have to go flat out power for a couple of cycles because something happens, you run out of coal, or do you know what I mean? Like, you're doing something and you use a lot more power than you think. You're gonna grind to a halt, and that's the only risk with doing it the way that you're doing it. It's a nice idea, but I think you'll suffer if you ever need a big power drain. 100 player needs oxygen but finds only smog and tears in here. Excuse me? Excuse me? We've got oxygen now, mate. It's hot. It's sweaty, balmy oxygen, but we've got oxygen. What are you talking about? I got Cycle 800ish. Jesus. Oh, right. You've put some serious hours into this update. I've not played that much yet. Christ. I think I fixed the issue. What was it now, Ash? Any ideas? Oh, look at all that oxygen. Yeah. We have some now. We're breathing. Right, so we'll whack a pump in here. Fucking plants in the way. Put them there. And then we can get up here and drop down all this liquid. We've got some nice cold polluted liquid up here as well. I'm going to want to get in here. Look how many wastewater we've got in here. It's like 5 that I can see immediately. Is this a nullifier? Yeah, we've got a nullifier up here as well. Which might be handy. I want to get this done. Yeah, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's dig this out. Like so. We'll drop all this crap down. You can be dug out as well. Oh my god, they just immediately did something on a priority 6. Oh my goodness. That can go. We'll need to deconstruct you. No. Oh, that includes a long AFK. I see. Everybody had links disallowed, and you had some Focus channel overrides. Everybody had links disallowed. Oh, I don't understand, Nalish. I understand what you mean. I've cocked something up in the rolls. That is entirely possible. Okay, so now at like 3 kilos at 21 degrees. We're now just struggling on power, I think. So, okay. Aside from getting this done, let's actually get our plants laid out. So, what I'm thinking is we're going to move this ladder first of all. Oh, get back, you bastard. We're going to move this ladder and we're going to go straight up through here. We'll drop this chlorine down. Because I don't know why I've been worried about it, to be honest. You can go up like this and we'll get you deconstructed. Okay. So, my thinking is we'll have something like... now these won't need any interaction, so I can just literally bang you there. We'll have you there. And then I'll have a mesh floor above. I think hydrogen gens are only 3 high, aren't they? I think they are. We'll do something like that. Don't know how many of these we're going to want, but I might put like 6 in, just for the hell of it. We are nearly out of wolframite though, that's the only thing. So I'm going to have to do a little dig somewhere. Where's the nearest chunk of wolframite? There's literally none in here. possibly not entirely your fault. Are you accepted a little bit of the blame now, Lash? You don't have to do that, buddy. I'll take the blame. It was all me. I fucked up. I done goofed. I done goofed. Let's get a bit of this. Oh, it's gonna make a mess. Whatever. Let's get rid of all you. I'm gonna dig all this out ultimately, so it doesn't keep pissing all over my my lovely buildings. Where else can we get some more from my? So there is actually a lot in here. We're gonna dig into it in a minute. So